It's been a while since we've given an update on Addy. She's watching YouTube videos from our YouTube. She's a good helper. Currently we are unfortunately having to do dialysis 3 days a week for 3 hours at Children's Mercy. The beginning of December, Addy got sick with RSV and strep, and we believe the medication, even though it was at the correct dosage, really took her kidneys for the last blow. We are hoping that the kidney transplant can happen by 15 April. That's the day that they have us on the books for the transplant because her kidneys are not going to recover at this point. She is still on a limited diet. She can have 500 milligrams of potassium and 750 milligrams of phosphorus. They do lighten it as long as she stays at her dry weight of 15.1 kilograms. If you're new here, basically our daughter fell sick with Shiga toxin producing E. coli in July, which developed into HUS, which is hyperuremic syndrome, and her kidneys shut down. So she was on peritoneal dialysis for 9 days in the hospital for 24 hours a day. And we were hospitalized with her for over a month. We got released on August 23rd. We got readmitted on the 26th of August due to a rise in her creatinine, which is basically how well her kidneys are functioning. The lower the better. I think average creatinine levels range from 0.2 to 0.6, and Addy's was up over 6 as a whole number, 6. And her BUN levels also measure how well her kidneys are functioning, and that number was well into the 80s, and normal is 6 to 20, I believe. I feel like I've gone through nursing school the last 6 months, learning so much about the kidneys, and you know, my daughter is kept functioning by a machine at this point. We are going through the checklist of being activated on the kidney transplant list. She has got a couple more vaccines before we'll be able to be active on the kidney registry list. Myself and my husband are getting tested to see if we are a match for her to be a donor, as well as a friend from our church is going through that process as well, which we are so thankful for all the people that have volunteered and gone through the process, but it's very rigorous and you can get disqualified from a lot of things. So our church friend is a blessing in disguise, and we are so thankful for her, and we're hoping for the best. Some fun facts we've learned through this process: you can't be over 55 years old to give a kidney as a living donor, and if you're deceased, you cannot be over 60 years old. You have to be at least 10 years old to donate a kidney. Basically, what's going to happen is Addy is going to be at Children's Mercy in Kansas City the morning of surgery, and they will take her back for a 6-hour surgery, and the donor will be across the street at the KU Medical Center as an adult giving a kidney, and their surgery is 4 hours, and they will take the kidney. The surgeon from Children's Mercy will go himself to KU to pick up the kidney. The kidney will be delivered to Children's Mercy, and they will put the kidney in Addy's belly. You say hi? She's currently got a catheter in her upper right chest that they pull the hemodialysis through. We go Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 1 to 4. It's about an hour drive both ways for us. I left my job to be able to stay at home with her to keep her out of daycare because we really can't afford her to get sick and have to be on medication again. So I'm trying to protect her the best I can. She is doing well. She's had a few nausea episodes, and then during dialysis they can also pull fluids off of her, and some of those times they pull a little too much fluid too fast. No, you can eat your strawberries. And that will cause a drop in her blood pressure pretty significantly fast, and she will feel that, and we will know when she feels it because she lets us know. We're worried about her hemoglobin right now. It's sitting around a 6, so she gets blood drawn again tomorrow, and we're hoping for higher 6s, maybe even 7s. Normal hemoglobin levels are 10 to 13. The kidney reproduces the red blood cells, which in turn helps the hemoglobin, and her kidneys aren't functioning on their own, so she is not able to produce those red blood cells. She gets 3 doses of iron a week, so at each dialysis she'll get a dose of iron pumped into her blood as it's filtering back into her body. She is on 2 blood pressure medications, and then we have another blood pressure medicine that is an emergency in case her blood pressure is very high and we can't get it to drop. Nifedipine will drop it pretty fast, fast in a safe way. She is also on vitamin D, 2 mils a day, still taking her Tums, which is a calcium binder, which binds her phosphorus. What else is she on? Calcitrol, which is helping her bones with all of the things going on as well. Kidneys not working really limits the bones growth and her growing up. She had some fries. And that calcitrol will help keep her bones steadily okay, in the best way that I can medically put it. Other than that, I don't think we're running into any significant issues. We are planning on doing another surgery because she had to get the catheter put in, and that was a surgery in itself. They want to go back in and do a biopsy of her kidneys to make sure that they didn't miss anything during the summer when her kidneys failed. They haven't seen a case like Addy's often. One of our doctors has been doing this over 30 years, and he's only seen 2 other cases where HUS has completely shut down the kidneys like Addy's. So that was pretty hard to hear. They want to go in and do that biopsy, which is just a needle in her back, and take some tissues from her kidneys, although they are expecting it to be dead tissue. And then at the same time, they're going to be putting a G-tube in. It's called a Mickey button as well. Basically, because we want to make sure that we're able to give her her medications without a fight. That is still a problem we have with the medications that we have to give her. It's a bribe fest, honestly. She doesn't understand. She's 2. She'll be 3 next month. Is your birthday next month, Addy? Yeah, you'll be 3. And then also after the kidney transplant, she's going to be required to have a lot of water. And we know right now, since her water intake is limited to 750 mils a day, which is about 25 ounces of water. Most days it's okay. Some days she does want more, so we do struggle. The doctor said as long as it's not every day, she can have a little bit over her limit, but that just keeps her weight down because, like I said, during dialysis, they take the water off of her since her kidneys aren't able to push all of it out of her body. So we don't want to get her too high above her dry weight. So the G-tube will help with that. There'll also be some formulas they want us to put through her that probably don't taste the best, so a G-tube is the best route. We don't plan on using the G-tube more than we have to because we don't want her to lose the function of eating in her mouth. We also want her to continue to drink by mouth, but the water that she doesn't take during the day, we will have to give her overnight as she's sleeping into her G-tube. So that surgery will happen as soon as we can get her hemoglobin above 8. So we're hoping sooner rather than later because the surgeon does not want to do the kidney transplant until that area of her stomach is healed. Rightfully so. It's a cold, iced surgery for the kidney, and then the G-tube is a regular temperature, and you don't want to mix the cold and warm. It just creates area for bacteria infection. But that's about it. Huge shout out to Kansas City Children's Mercy, Adele Hall campus, the dialysis center, the kidney center, Sutherland Hall upstairs. Absolutely amazing place. 10 out of 10 stars. They have been great for us. They've taken great care of Addy. I can talk to them about anything in regards to her health, and they will get back to me as soon as possible. I've really appreciated everything thus far, and you know, as her mother, I'm really trying to push through and get everything taken care of to make sure that we can get active on this kidney transplant list. But yeah, I figured I'd hop on here. I'm trying to rack my brain to make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Bottom line up front, Addy is end stage renal disease, chronic kidney failure, stage 5. She will not recover. Her kidney transplant is not a cure, although she will be able to live her normal life, but she will have to take medication for the rest of her life because she will be considered immunocompromised. Immunocompromised. That word will be the death of me. So that's expected. So it's going to be a journey even after the kidney transplant to get on a steady schedule and make sure that we are staying on top of everything that is required to keep her kidney healthy. So thank you guys for listening. I hope this wasn't too long of a video. There was a lot to update. We hope to see you maybe in a couple months with an update on the kidney transplant. You want to say bye, Addy? Can you say bye? Say bye.